with my dad, Tom Taylor. Thank you, Dad, for letting me interview you.
No problem, Trevor.
So we're doing this project for Tuesdays with Maury. It's about this one guy interviewing his old professor from college, and he goes to his house every Tuesday while he's dying from Lou Gehrig's disease, and he just asks him questions about life and this moments that he's can learn from. And this is basically the whole book, and I'm kind of going to do the same with you today. So let's go on with the first question. Is there a specific moment or moments in your life that made you the person who you are today?
I don't think there was any one moment. I think as a child, I was always inquisitive. I think I've always, I think personally I've probably, what I've become is based on people I've met, the different people that, my coaches, my friends, my parents. There's really not one moment. There's been multiple moments, but as a kid I was always inquisitive. I always enjoyed finding out how things work, which kind of led me to be an engineer, and but it happened over many moments, not just one moment. But
yep. So how have your coaches or parents or people like that, how have they affected your life?
I've always been lucky. My coaches have. I always used my coaches as mentors. They kind of guided me on the field, and also my coaches were also active outside of sports. I used my father since he was an athlete. I used him as my mentor as well, and he spent a lot of time with me outside of with both school and with sports to kind of guide me and make sure that I didn't make the same mistakes he did.
All right, let's get on to question number 2. What was the best life lesson someone has taught you?
The best life lesson someone has taught me, I think, just to enjoy life. If you want to do something, just do it. Don't put it off for tomorrow, because likely you may not have tomorrow. So it's always good, if you want to do something, make a plan and go for it. Don't wait.
What is the best life lesson you could teach someone my age?
At your age, I think, and it's hard to probably think about this, but enjoy high school, enjoy being young, because it goes very quickly, and in a blink of an eye you'll have a family, and you'll have the responsibilities of life, which is you don't have when you're in high school. So I'd say just enjoy your time as being a young person.
What did you want when you were my age, and what do you want now? So when I'm asking this question, I mean, did you want money or fame, or how did that change from now?
Yeah, I think as a kid you think you do want cars, you want money, you want house, you want things, but as you get older you're really looking at just more life experiences, more things. I want to just have good friendships, good times, good life experiences, and not so much the money and the fame, or that's really not it. It's really more for personal satisfaction and from what you get from just experiences or being with friends.
If you could go back to your high school self, what would you tell your high school you? What would you teach him, or what would you tell him to do now and not wait?
I'd say be more outgoing, because I was a great student, but I was pretty quiet and pretty tentative, and I'd say be more, I'd not say aggressive, but be more forthcoming, and just go do what you want to do. Don't hesitate. Just go. If you see something you want to do, if you don't doubt yourself as well.
When did you start getting that mindset to be more outgoing? When that happened for you?
I think it happened after I got out of college, actually into college, and I met some people that I kind of wanted to aspire to be like, in terms of more outgoing, and then I knew that some of my weaknesses were public speaking and being in front of people, and I tried to, since those were my weaknesses, I tried to do whatever I could to become better, and try to make them my strengths, not my weaknesses.
So what are your views on religion? Do you believe in God or any of that?
Yeah, I was raised Catholic, so I believe in God. I I'm not as practicing as I used to be, but I still certainly believe in God, and I certainly believe in a higher being, and um, yeah, and I have the same beliefs I had as a child, but it just you start to question more as you become older, when just with life experiences. I took everything for granted, or everything is when you read it in church, you read the readings, the gospel. I tend to think about things a lot more, whereas when you're a child and you're at church and going to religion class and so forth, you don't think about as much, and now I tend to think about it and question things a little bit more than I used to.
So, what are your views on death? Like, what do you think is gonna happen after when you die, or how you're gonna accept it, or how are your views on it right now?
I don't have any fears of death. I have only fears of death is leaving people behind. That's the only fear I have. I think that there's something beyond our life, our physical form. So I'm hopeful that beyond life, there's something more or better than what we have here on this earth. So, you know, I have faith that will occur, and I think there is certainly life after death. I don't know what type of life it is. I don't know if it's really life, but I believe it's something that will happen after we're gone.
If you could change something that you did in your past, what would it be?
I don't know. I just, I think once again, just being a little bit more open to new things and trying things. When you're young, I think when I was younger, I should have tried a lot more things, because when you get older, you don't have the opportunity. You have other responsibilities. I think as a young person, I would have tried different things as a young person, because as you get older, you don't have that ability until after your responsibilities are done with being a father or whatever. It's just that's what the changes I would have made.
Did you have like a mentor when you were my age, like as a coach, or was it your dad, or was it just
I think I looked up to my dad, and just because we both had similar interests in sports, and he was also very he's an engineer, so we both had a lot of common interests, and I looked up to him. He seemed like he was very smart, and also my coaches too. I had some great coaches, and I looked up to them, and between my coaches and my parent and my father, I think that was probably my strongest influence. Also your friends. I mean, I surrounded myself with some really good people, and had some really good friends that also influenced me. And I would say I had a couple mentors just as when I was an underclassman. I had football. When I played football, there's a couple upperclassmen that I would actually try to emulate and try to be more like them. And so it wasn't just coaches. It was between coaches and my peers as well.
What have you learned from your mentors?
I think from my mentors, just life lessons, things that they have done, and not to repeat, and just not to be afraid to go try something, and don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. If you put your mind to something, you can accomplish it. Don't question things. Just work at something. If you work at something, you work hard, you focus, you will be able to accomplish your goal.
So, last question. What is the most important thing in your life, or it could be multiple things, not just one?
At this point in time, it's my family and my children, you, Jake, and then my wife Lisa. So those are those important things, and after that, it's the rest of my family. Beyond that, and it would just be, those are the most important things, and then my friends. Material things are not that important anymore, so it's really family and friends.
Well, thank you for having time for me. It's a good interview. Thank you.
Thank you.